Ryan, game was tight there in the first half, and it seemed like offense was harder to come by in the second half. What changed for you guys, and what were they doing differently to limit you?
No, nothing really changed for us in terms of. I mean, we did get more stagnant, but a lot of that, hey, there's a reason they're 10-3. You know, I understand they have a couple guys out, you know, as do we, but you know, there's a reason they're 10-3, and they saw they had to turn it up. They turned it up a notch, and you know, it's good for us to see that too. You obviously want to win, but you know, we understand. You know, we need to have progress in that direction if we want to get to an elite level like this team has been for a while.
Was it hard to find shots for Cat? I guess 15 shots in his 32 minutes. Does he need to get more if on a night when you not have Wiggins and you don't have Okogie and a few of the others?
Yeah, probably.
Defensively, did you plan to use Rocco the way you did, or was that a adjustment having him out on the perimeter so much and not being so, you know, concerned with Culver, more like the old days of, you know, quote unquote small forward? Yeah. Obviously, the way Houston playing, but
yeah, I mean, we were, you know, we were trying to fill some different areas. You know, we had expected Josh to go.
Right.
We were trying to fill some areas. But
right, and a lot of switching.
Yes, and making some adjustments on the fly, getting Robert to guard on the perimeter. You know, Robert's proud is the reason he's all defensive player. He wanted to guard Harden a little bit too.
Right.
Ryan, you talked about adding to kind of the defensive playbook, if that's the way to put it here, kind of in the last week. How difficult is that to do when you haven't had these guys in? Was that kind of part of the breakdown today? The injured guys not being there.
Yeah, I mean, you can point to a number of things, but you know, I've said before, and you know, you guys can believe it or not believe it, but you know, I know, you know, who I am, and I'm a no excuse person, and you know, who's on the court is on the court. But you know, we got to do more things to make teams like that uncomfortable. And you know, I mean, James Harden is a heck of a player. He's one of the best scorers you'll ever see, and you know, he took 41 shots. You know, I thought we made him work for some of them, but some we didn't.
Ryan, the pace was 97.1 tonight. Obviously, that seems like the lowest number I've seen this year. How do you explain that? And I assume it's not what you want. That's what I'm getting at. I mean, what do you think you guys could have done better to push the pace in this one and play like you guys want to? Yeah,
I mean, push the pace and headman the ball. You know, I mean, you know, it's get the ball out in transition. I just thought we didn't have a pop to us, you know, at times, and you know, you know, we were kind of jogging back in the backcourt. I thought we could have gotten more thrust to the basket at times, you know, and we just didn't do that tonight.
Teams always go through little slumps in a long season. Does it feel like you guys are in a little funk right now with these last two games, and how do you regroup to make sure it doesn't kind of extend?
Yeah, continue to do what we do and be who we are. I mean, you know, you guys might call it a funk. I call it the NBA season. I mean, the NBA season is a long season, and a lot of things happen. And you know, we think about it, and I am going to say that I have thought about this, that 2 days ago we were feeling great. And, you know, but one of our key members has something, you know, that he needs to make sure that he takes care of before he takes care of basketball, because that is more important, the family aspect of things. And we support him. And, you know, we will regroup when we get him back, and we'll be on a trajectory where we feel good about things.
Ryan, last night you and a number of players brought up the fact that the energy wasn't all the way there, that the focus wasn't where it needed to be. Did you think that was an improvement tonight, or where did you think that was?
At times I did. Early on in the game I thought it was an improvement. I thought a little bit when we got a little winded. You know, we had to play guys heavier minutes tonight. Especially, you know, it's a challenge with a team like Houston, too, who does play small. You know, so we had to play some guys in some positions that maybe weren't normally they weren't normally used to, or roles they weren't normally used to. And then I thought our energy kind of dipped a little bit.
Watching Jarrett Culver defend James Harden, it seemed like he really made him work for a lot of his buckets, especially at the end. Were you satisfied with what you saw from him guarding James Harden and taking on that challenge?
Yeah, I mean, I'm satisfied with the progress, or I'm not satisfied. I'm never satisfied. You know, we're not satisfied. That's not. But you know, I'm glad to see some progress to things, and I'm glad to see him, you know, be able to make him work a couple times. There'll be film, there'll be clips that we'll need to show him things he could have done better as well, like everybody.
Did you like what Jake gave you in that starting role tonight?
Yeah. There were a number of things he did. You know, we wanted him to spread the floor a little bit. You know, it's 3 for 4 from the 3-point line. So it, you know, he did some nice things.
When did you find out that Josh wouldn't be able to go, and is that something that might linger a little bit, or you think he's going to be okay?
I'm not one to speculate. I've said that before, but you know, he, hey, when you play, what was it, 6 games in 9 nights, or I don't know, something along those lines. They all blend too. I mean, things happen. He did everything he could to find a way to get out there and compete tonight.